Welcome to the SEO.co Search Engine Optimization Podcast. Digital marketing essentials and next level tactics. From offsite and on-site optimization to persuasive selling and everything in between. You'll learn actionable tips on what it takes to outright and outrank your competition. Now, here's your host, Nate Need.
Hello. Welcome again to another episode of the SEO.co Search Engine Optimization Podcast. Today we're going to be discussing minimum blog word count for website blog articles, posts, and pages. And in doing so, it'll probably be wise for us just to share a little bit of data and what has worked, because people lie, data don't lie. That's as the saying goes. So really, when it comes to ranking online, your intent is to, one, answer the queries of those that are searching for content on the internet. So if someone has a question or searching for a given product or service or an answer to a question, you want to be the source, the resource, the go-to resource for that question, comment, or concern. The question really remains is, what is a good length for an article, and what's a good minimum, what's a good maximum? When it comes to answering a user query, let's use a definition of a word, for instance. Google no longer, Google's now dominating sites like dictionary.com and thesaurus.com because the click-through rates are declining, because they're actually answering the query before the user actually is even in need of clicking through to get the answer themselves. And so when someone searches, define anti-disestablishmentarianism, they're going to get the answer from Google's page, a Google page directly from the SERPs, and not have to click through to find the answer to that query. And so it's not about length always. It's about user intent. What are we doing to solve the intent of what the user is looking for in this given instance? And if that is 50 words, then great. If it's 10,000 words, then make it 10,000 words. But if it doesn't need to be 10,000 words, if you answer it better than all the sites that also exist online, then you should be rewarded. And you'll be rewarded with more links, more social shares, and more bump up in the rankings. Now, having said that, if you look at the data, and we'll link to the data provided by Ahrefs here in the show notes, the data shows that longer form content tends to rank better. So if you've got an article that's 1,000 words, it's going to rank better than an article that's 500 words for the same given topic. And when it comes to links and social shares, if you answer a question more in depth and in a much more authoritative way, meaning that you're doing so with charts, graphs, personal anecdotes, but you're not just rambling about the subject, then you're more likely in that instance to get social shares, likes, and backlinks from other relevant websites to that page, and that as a result drives the page up. It's not necessarily that a 100-word post isn't going to answer the question maybe more concisely and better than a 10,000-word post, but a 10,000-word post in most cases might have a lot more information in there that's going to keep the user on page a lot longer. So if their question might be answered in 30 seconds to a minute, and they click back or they click out. But if someone comes to a page and they look at it and subconsciously say, boy, this is really good. Look at how this person answers this question. They've got references to the CDC, to the, NHS, to NSA. They've done their research. This is a high authoritative article. Well, the likelihood is that they're going to be more inclined to share that and say, hey, check out what I just found. This is just a great resource. Or if they've got their own blog or website, they'll more likely link to it. They're going to share it on social, Facebook and Twitter and things like that. And so the likelihood that a 100-word post, even if it does answer the question more succinctly, is going to rank is lower, because you're just not going to get people looking at it and saying, wow, someone really went above and beyond the Call of Duty when they created this post. They really knocked it out of the park here. And that's really what you need to consider when it comes to the content that you're creating and the length of content. It's not always about the length, but if as a general rule, the length of the content does have an impact on the rankings. And from our perspective, just an internal perspective here at SEO.co, one of the things that we have noticed is that our pages that have 5 to 10,000, some of our pages actually have close to 20,000 words, they tend to rank better and more regularly for both short and long tail keywords than any of our other posts that are kind of 1,000 words. That's a general rule. Some of our other pages that are shorter rank better, but as a general rule, the longer the content, as long as you're not rambling and that it all creates and adds value, the better off you will rank. So in general, if you're asking the question, how long should my content be for my blog posts, articles, pages, and website landing pages and product pages? Make it long, answer the question in depth, and you're going to get the social shares that you need. Hope you enjoyed this episode. We look forward to seeing you back again soon. Like and share, and let us know what future episodes you'd like to see.
Thank you for joining us on the SEO.co podcast. We appreciate your time. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show, and visit SEO.co for more resources based on today's topic, as well as access to more podcast episodes to help you improve your site's long-term SEO success.